Alright, thanks guys again for joining me for You Play Shogun 2. I'm waiting very impatiently for my first batch of Budo League replays to arrive, and I can't wait for that. I must see some Shogun 2 now, so I'm recording this video for you. What we have today is a matchup here in the purple and gold. Possibly the best named person I've ever met, Stephen Magnet, the Moustache King, which is just fantastic, versus this purple and black player, KGMS. We are on Waterfalls, and this is apparently a match-made game. And let's go over the force composition. Here we have Stephen Magnet, the Moustache King, with 1, 2, 3 Matchlock Ashigaru, all veterans. I'm getting messages from my friends. Go away, friends. We have 1, 2, 3 bowmen, one of them Ashigaru, 2 bow samurai. We have 1, 2, 3 Naginata samurai. Some veteran Nodachi samurai. Some katana samurai veterans, known as glorious leaders. Some more Nodachi samurai veterans. These are all veterans, by the way. So, every single one of them is like Vet 10. Here we go. Yari samurai called Equestrian Maulers. Excellent choice for names there. And over here on the left, I'm already going to see a conflict here. Matchlock samurai about to fire a volley into these cavalry. No, they're retreating. And all of this cavalry, katana cavalry, Yari cavalry, running like hell from these veteran Yari samurai, and the matchlocks do shoot a volley, and they get about 3 kills in total. Now, before they get stuck in properly, I'll go over the unit composition for KGMS. We've got bow cavalry over here on his right-hand flank, the Yari cavalry, Great Guard, katana cavalry, and of course not going to be able to see everything because he's hiding in this forest. There's his general. We got Longsword Ashigaru, Bow Ashigaru, Longsword Ashigaru, Longsword Ashigaru, lots of Ashigaru troops, but all this cost looks like it's up in cavalry. Here's some more Yari, Great Guard, and Katana Cavalry, and another unit of Bow Cavalry, so very cavalry heavy from KGMS. It'd be interesting to see how our Moustache King fends off all this cav. There's 3 units of Bow Ashigaru from KGMS revealing themselves in the forest. And of course that Bow Cavalry can just harass this little detached unit from the Moustache King at will. I suspect these are Yari samurai, but I suspect that that entire cavalry unit could overrun these guys pretty quickly, but there's no point just throwing away cavalry on a spearman unit. Now, Moustache King is pulling back to this high ground, which is probably the right thing to do, but he does need to keep an eye on this huge cavalry force over here on the right flank, going across that river. If he's not careful, he could get surrounded and destroyed. He does have Naginata samurai in his force, so there's that at least. But that's an awful lot of cavalry to hold off with 4 units of spearmen. Now the Moustache King sending his archers over here to try and pick off any cavalry he can. So all the initiative is with KGMS, it seems, with his more mobile force. Where will the hammer blow fall? Or will the Moustache King sally forth? Who knows? Did I say 4 units of spearmen? I meant 5. He's got another one over here. Matchlock samurai and Yari samurai guarding this flank from that huge cavalry force. Let's bring that map up. Must remember to do that. Now you'll see that the Moustache King has captured the sword dojo, giving good bonuses to all his melee infantry. Cavalry hiding in the forest. Pick. dealing out a couple of casualties to these matchlocks. And here goes a big volley from the ranged units. Little skirmish here in the middle around this, what is this? This is a workshop? And KGMS pulling his archers back. And he ordered these units to charge down the hill. That's a long way to charge. Hope that works out for him, but he's pushing the matchlocks up. You probably noticed that they are... Well, I don't know if he's noticed if they're all Ashigaru. But he could probably remove a substantial chunk of this army in one fell swoop, given that they're all Ashigaru, veterans though they are. I wonder if he's forgotten that there is an entire cavalry force, here it is, in wedge formation charging out of the forest, and they're going to pick off this archer unit as soon as they can, while the skirmish still goes on in the middle down there on the low ground. And one suspects that this bow samurai unit is not going to survive any great length of time, even though the cavalry have to charge through the river, their morale is dropping. That was not the right thing to do, and they're probably going to end up fleeing. One of the cavalry units is charging past, going to go for the surround. They take a volley right up the guts from the matchlocks. That's not a good thing. And those bow samurai are retreating in this little detachment. Spearmen and matchlocks wheeling around to try and get another volley. But he's just going to pull the cavalry away. Meanwhile, the battle is getting properly heated. And the Moustache King, Stephen Magnet, has done what I thought would be the right thing and just charge into this big ball, because they're all Ashigaru and they shouldn't last long at all against these like Naginata warrior monks and Nodachi samurai and stuff. You can see that some of them are already retreating, but then again, so all these Naginata samurai have rallied. Everyone's rallied, it seems. We've still got matchlocks firing volleys off, and here comes a bunch of cavalry to try and fend off all this cavalry going after the matchlocks here, and they're not going to last long, even though the cavalry's in there helping them.
Our men are running from the battlefield.
Meanwhile, over here, Katana cavalry unit just took a volley from the matchlocks and then took spearmen up the bum, which is not good. But the focus is going to be on the ball in the middle. Who will come out on top? Ashigaru melee units outnumbering all of these, the high vet, high morale, Naginatas and Nodachis and Katanas. And actually, I think the Ashigaru are going to win this one, though only just. These Nodachi samurai, like I've said before, good on the charge and not much good afterwards. They're now getting fatigued. Big cavalry balls happen in the middle, which I've completely missed. And KGMS's cavalry are coming out on top, and they did break down some matchlocks, and oh, this is hectic. And the cavalry now are taking a lot of volleys from ranged units and matchlocks. Here comes some more spearmen to try and get in there and fend off this cavalry. The general is in the line, trying to keep their morale up. He's decided to send the general in, though they are great guard, and they will make short work of the general if he leaves him in there. Now I wonder if this engagement here will decide the battle. If KGMS loses this bunch of cavalry. No, actually that's not true at all now that I look at it. The battle in the center hill is still ongoing, and it does look like the Moustache King is losing out. There's just so much stuff in there, backed up by the general giving morale bonuses as well, and there they go. That's one unit of Naginata samurai leaving, Yari samurai trying to pull back, not quite routing yet, but they will very quickly. The matchlocks still around to do some morale bonuses. These veteran Nodachi samurai is still in the fight. KGMS's cavalry hanging around on this hill, not doing anything, just standing around. How much more stuff does he have just standing around up the back? Look, here's a unit over here, bow cavalry, not doing anything. Get it in there, dude. Not doing anything good over there. Now Moustache King is just going to have to throw more units at it. Yari Samurai, Naginata Samurai, the Nodachis, more Naginata Samurai, the Matchlocks throwing out morale deficits, malices even. And now he's retreating these Yari Samurai. Okay. The Nodachi and the Naginata Samurai get stuck in quick smart. Look at this lovely blue color on these Nodachi. Saying, hey, look at me, I will stab you, I'm blue. You cannot miss me on the battlefield. Now things are going to start going the way, the Moustache King's way, I should say. KGMS has pulled his cavalry up, round the back, behind. I know there's a lot of spearmen to deal with, but he's got to do something with them. He can't have them running around, he's got to get them in there. This is very quickly not going his way. He's finally realised he's got a cavalry unit over there not doing anything. Get them harassing! Look, here's a unit of Longsword Ashigaru. You can put them into the Nodachis. Nodachis can't handle longswords. It's true. Nodachi Samurai, these guys from Moustache King are now starting to get very fatigued. They probably won't be able to last much longer.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Now what's he doing with his cavalry? Running them back around. Okay, that's fine. And now Moustache King's just charging in his remaining spearman units. He knows they're pretty much safe. Safe from cavalry. Now look, now's your chance. Is he going to realise this? He can charge them right round the back. Pick off a general. Pick off these matchlocks. Picking off a general would be the right thing to do. But no, he's just... No, he's going to charge them into the spearmen. And they will rout, so that's actually not a bad choice. He did take them out. Now, the field should be open for him to get his cavalry stuck in and take out these matchlocks, take out this general, wipe out this stuff at the back. If he does that, he will have the field. But he's not. He's just gonna throw them into the bull with these spearmen. I know things are now going his way, but it's still teetering on a knife edge, really. Having said that, KGMS now has the hill, but he might lose another one of these lone swords. And look, Stephen Magnet knows what he's about. He's charging these Yari Samurai into the general, though they are in stand ground, and they did just get charged, so they may not last long. It probably won't take out the general.
Our men are running
And
from
there
the
goes
battlefield.
Moustache King finally throwing down his rally. Or did I just miss it? No, he must have thrown it much earlier than that, because it just turned off. And that's a huge volley from these matchlocks. And now, I would say, despite the things I would have done differently, KGMS is going to pull this one out. Although these matchlocks did just rout one of these units. That's pretty huge. He has no spearmen left, so the cavalry, now more than ever, can just have their way with this army. He is retreating back up the hill. Probably going to be a good choice. I don't understand why KGMS didn't just go for it. Is he just that cautious? Does he know something I don't? Because he should be able to just charge these guys down and wipe them out. Maybe he just doesn't have enough strength left in his cavalry? Bow cavalry are harassing. These guys are 19 out of 60, 16 out of 60. Yeah, they're on low strength. Could put his general in there, I suppose. I guess he's just worried about taking volleys from these matchlocks. I mean, they could probably rout any of his units in one volley, but you outnumber him so much. I mean, you could probably chase him down. Now this cavalry is going to sit there and get shot instead of... Oh, did you see that? I'm sorry I didn't get a zoom in of that, but they just got massacred. Not cautious enough. Too cautious even. Is the Moustache King actually going to pull this out? He's outnumbered. He's got no spearmen. The enemy cavalry is alive. He's got all sorts of Yari and Ashigaru, rather, hidden in there that he could pull out. How does KGMS intend to approach this? Surely he must know he can't wait. Surely he must know that the Moustache King has all the superiority in ranged, and he will win in a protracted skirmish. Surely he knows that. He is trying to encircle as much as possible, which is the right thing to do. He can only cover so many degrees with these matchlocks. He can only cover such an arc. Here comes a unit of cavalry, Katana Cavalry from KGMS, moving up to the Sword Dojo, going to dismount and capture it, or just hiding behind the house. Just hiding. Moustache King is sending forward his bowman to try snipe a general? Suppose that's as good a choice as anything. Nothing much else he can shoot at. Looks like he is going to push these matchlocks forward and take a volley at these bow cavalry. That's something he can do. And the bow cavalry are wisely pulling back. They not get a shot? No. Okay, KGMS is finally pulling out of this forest hill. You can see the wheels turning in his head. He knows he needs to go, but he knows if he does, he's going to get massacred on the way in. And can he win? It's going to be very close, but don't send your general up first. That's the worst possible thing you can do, because they're going to eat a volley from these matchlocks. No, no, no! Oh, oh! Of all the things you could have done to start that attack, really? You'd have sent the bow cavalry in first, surely. But at least now he will tear up, he will, he's retreated one of the bow units, and they do take one volley and a couple of isolated shots from inside. One of them is retreating, but these matchlocks are going to retreat, and here comes the Ari up the hill. And will this be it? Will KGMS pull this, or will he lose everything to his general, which is charging in now, because Yari have no morale, and he does pop rally. That's exactly what he needed to do. I will be very surprised if KGMS doesn't pull this out, but he really needs to get these other cavalry in, get them stuck in, get doing damage, more damage. More cavalry. He had more units around, I know he did, I'm sure he did. That's not everything, surely. Go cavalry, go after these matchlocks, you can do it. Charge into the matchlocks. Don't eat a volley and then flee. That is the wrong thing to do. Incredible. That's bad luck more than anything, but right sort of idea. Now, how many men are these? There's 15 men left in this general's unit. And KGMS's general, and his last unit is Longsword Ashigaru, mixing it up with Moustache King's general. And KGMS's general is going to flee, going after these matchlock samurai with... Oh no! He retreats! And that's the game, gentlemen, surely. Here goes a general running in to mop up this last Ashigaru unit. They cannot survive. They cannot escape. The general will cut them to shreds. That's amazing. What an incredible game. Down to the wire. Another couple of charges from this general and it will be all over. Especially if these matchlocks turn around and have a volley, but they're already about to flee so very nearly there. They really want to kill this matchlock unit. And there's a volley, blam blam blam! Another charge from the general. Shan't be long now. Will the Aries get to retreat this matchlock unit? The last hurrah? No, they flee. Incredible game. Good game. Well played from both. Couple of questionable decisions on KGMS's side. On both sides, really, I think. But, excellent game. Loved seeing that. That was good.